preschoolers! I have another fun book to read to you today. This book is a Pete the Cat book. Those are some of our favorites. And this one is all about autumn or fall. That's the season we're in right now. We see lots of leaves. Our leaves in our neighborhood and in our school have been falling from the trees. Let's see what Pete has to say about fall. Pete the Cat, falling for autumn. Pete the Cat, falling for autumn. Ooh, that looks like fun. Those are beautiful leaves. I see Pete on a hayride. It is the first day of fall, and Pete the Cat is feeling blue. I like summer better, he says. In summer I can swim and surf and play at the beach. Maybe you just need to remind yourself of all the things you love about autumn, Mom suggests. Pete says, I'll try. Pete finds Grandma in the kitchen. She's baking a delicious pumpkin pie. The whole house smells sweet and spicy. Pete loves helping Grandma bake pumpkin pie, but he loves helping eat it even more. After baking the pie is done, Pete picks a little orange pumpkin from the counter, and he slips it into his backpack as a souvenir. Next, Pete heads to the town corn maze. Excuse me, preschoolers. Pete and his friends wander through the long, twisty paths made of tall corn stalks. The best part of the corn maze is getting lost and having to start over again. That's fun. As he leaves, Pete plucks a golden corn cob from the maze, and he places it inside of his backpack. What else did he put in his backpack? A little pumpkin. Then Pete visits Grandpa, who is knitting on the porch. Grandpa helps Pete use the knitting needles to knit the yarn into cool patterns. Oh, they're making stripes. It's a pattern. Yellow, purple, kind of like our pattern we made with our pumpkins and apples. Together, Pete and Grandpa make a long, cozy scarf for Pete to wear. There he is. When they're done, Pete chooses a little ball of leftover yarn, and he places it inside of his backpack. Can you remember what else Pete has put in his backpack? Next, Pete goes to the hayride at the park. Pete, Bob, Mom, Dad, and Grandma all pile into the wagon filled with hay. They go on a bumpy wagon ride around the park. Woohoo! Pete shouts. At the end of the ride, Pete grabs a handful of sweet-smelling hay from the wagon and he stuffs it into his backpack. That backpack is getting very full, preschoolers. Pete heads over to the apple orchard where he and Callie go apple picking. They eat sweet apple donuts and drink hot apple cider and fill their buckets with apples of all different shapes and colors. Before he leaves, Pete chooses a round red apple and he drops it into his backpack. Wow, that backpack is getting really full, preschoolers. Next, Pete stops by the park. He plays touch football with Bob and their friends. Pete scores a touchdown and everyone cheers. After the game, Pete grabs Bob's football and he stuffs it into his backpack. It barely fits. Bob won't mind if I borrow this, Pete says. Pete should probably ask Bob first. Finally, Pete heads back home, but he stops in his front yard, which is covered in bright leaves falling from the trees. Pete helps his dad rake the leaves into big, colorful mounds. Then Pete runs and jumps into all the leaf piles. After he's done jumping, Pete picks a bunch of red and gold and orange leaves and he stuffs them into his backpack. Oh boy, that backpack has got so many things in it. Pete's backpack is bursting with fall souvenirs. He can't wait to show Mom. I love autumn, Pete says. Wonderful, says Mom. You know, these would make great decorations for our Thanksgiving table. So Pete helps Mom fill a basket with all of his mementos, and they place the basket at the center of the table. You did a great job, says Mom. It's beautiful, says Dad. Is that my football? Asked Bob. Just then, the doorbell rings. The Thanksgiving guests are here. All of Pete's family and friends gather around the dining room table. They tell stories and laugh at jokes while they eat. Everyone is having a great time. Pete looks around the table and smiles. He loves lots of things about autumn, but Pete knows what he loves most all year long is his family and friends. That's nice. Look at Pete with all of his friends and family. That's what I like about fall, too. Well, preschoolers, thanks for listening to my Pete the Cat story about all the things that are fun in autumn. Have a great day.